I am a man of principle.
I believe in the power of the mind.
Cultivating my own intellect
and the minds of others.
I respect leadership.
Lead when called upon to do so.
And help to prepare the leaders who will come after me.
I willingly lend my talents and abilities
to the service of my community.
I recognize and respect the worth of each person.
Refusing to take part in activities
that undermine the dignity of others and myself.
I choose to act responsibly.
Weighing the consequences of my actions on those around me.
I seek the company of other men of principle.
Extending them the bonds of brotherhood.
I build bridges, not walls.
I build bridges, not walls.
I am a beta.
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 Beta Theta Pi provides a home away from home. It provides an atmosphere on campus where a young man can learn about himself, develop good friendships.
It provides an opportunity to be involved in an organization that can foster a lot of different opportunities for leadership.
And they can be leaders in different ways, whether it's in their community, in school, at their job. Just the values that are instilled through the men of principle that we become leaders.
This is a relationship that I've looked for in other places, but I think Beta provides the best opportunity for safe and encouraged growth throughout the 4 or 5 year experience that people have at college.
There's things I'll learn in Beta that I can't learn in school, and I will have a jump on everybody else the day I walk out the door with a diploma.
It's building a bond. It's getting together with people with a common goal.
There's so many people that you can remain in contact with that can help you in many ways.
You stay connected. You don't ever really get disconnected from the fraternity. You're with it for life. You're a beta for life.
The best friends I have came out of the fraternity. They are my brothers. They are the guys that I went to school with. They're the guys I still talk with today.
Beta Theta Pi friends are the best friends that I'll have throughout my whole life.
I can imagine myself where I'd be right now if I was not part of this fraternity.
In the fall of 1982, Randall Scott Hellman began executing his plan to establish a new fraternity at Central Michigan University. With the help of local alumni, including chapter advisor Stephen Martineau, Miami 66, Hellman held an open recruitment in January of 1983. 5 underclassmen were pledged and initiated along with Hellman, thus planting the roots of the colony.
It was a lot of hard work and a lot of unknowns. We all wanted to join a fraternity, and we kind of had a sense what the Greek system was all about, but Beta Theta Pi was so unique and unusual that we didn't know what was going on. Trying to get to know each other, trying to rush, it was just very physically, mentally, and intellectually demanding those first couple of months.
After returning from the 144th General Convention, the members started the new school year by renting a house at 701 South Main Street and accepting 10 pledges into their ranks. The colony was well on its way to earning its charter. By the spring of 1984, the colony had initiated 21 members and were tops in scholastics among fraternities. The colony petitioned for charter in the summer of 1985. That summer, colony president Robert Granda led a strong delegation to petition the 146th General Convention, which voted unanimously to grant a charter to the Central Michigan Betas. The new chapter was designated with the Greek letters Epsilon Gamma.
The whole experience was a great time of a lot of laughter, a lot of hard work towards one goal in becoming chartered. And when that came to fruition, basically everything else fell into place.
Filled with enthusiasm from reaching its chartering goal, Epsilon Gamma rented a larger house at 210 West Bellows Street in the fall of 1985.
The Betas were at that time head and shoulders above all the other fraternities on campus.
And the group of guys that we had was very powerful, very motivating, really had a lot in common. We took the ball and ran with it.
On November 10th, 1985, 165 Betas, sweethearts, and honored guests gathered at the Holiday Inn to celebrate the installation of Beta's 115th and newest chapter at Central Michigan University. In his keynote address, Hellman reflected on the chapter's humble beginnings. A little over 2 years ago, 6 of us got together and decided to become a part of a new fraternity, one that would be recognized as a contributor to the campus, he said. We wanted to be different. We wanted to return to a point in time when Greeks were Greeks and fraternities were recognized as a solid asset for one's growth, leadership, friendship, and academics. During the next 5 years, one of the primary goals for the men of Epsilon Gamma was to become one of the best chapters of Beta Theta Pi. To achieve that goal, the brothers knew they would need to grow the membership by recruiting quality men and by securing a permanent chapter house.
The house was small, only 12 people could live in it, and we had to find someplace new to live. It was kind of a committee of us that worked on it. Myself, Sandy Gollin, Steve Hunt, Steve Martineau was instrumental in it. And we took a look at some of the available properties in town. And before the year was over, we had put together a proposal that was approved, and we bought this house.
On August 11, 1987, the deed was signed, and the house at 814 South Main Street was the property of the Epsilon Gamma chapter of Beta Theta Pi. The late 80s were a time of great expansion and campus-wide recognition for the Betas. Having achieved the goals of getting a charter and purchasing a chapter home, the members began focusing more on academics, external communication, and winning campus and general fraternity awards.
We were just the new guys, the little old Betas over on the corner there across from Lars Lear Hall. There was a lot of competition, a lot of rivalry trying to get noticed.
We had a bunch of workers. I mean, people who wanted to bust their butt to do what's right for our chapter.
We would sit in the living room or in the basement of the house, or maybe even at a local establishment. We would talk for hours and hours about how to improve the fraternity and how do we win awards on campus, or how do we get the best grades. And sometimes the arguments got heated. We laughed a lot, but it was just really a bunch of guys working together for one common goal.
We had our good times and our bad times, but in the end, it seemed like we all shared that friendship bond.
The chapter took possession of the house at 814 South Main Street in the summer of 1989, and a lot of work had to be done to the house to make it worthy of the fraternity. In August, Epsilon Gamma received its first Francis H. Sisson Award, recognizing it as one of the fraternity's top chapters. On October 20th, 1989, the official chapter house dedication was held in the newly renovated house. In the early 90s, the chapter had members in almost every influential organization on campus. Rarely would a week go by without the chapter or one of its members appearing in CM Life, the campus newspaper. The name Beta Theta Pi was heard frequently at Greek award ceremonies. More than 60 men on CMU's campus wore the Beta badge.
We had living in the house with us guys that were wild and crazy. We had guys that were very studious and serious. We had guys that were shy and passive. We had guys that were athletes and jocks. Guys that would have never been friends with each other given a normal circumstance.
Yeah, we all just clicked. Even if we didn't click, there was always some common goals that you could share with almost everybody in the house. It's just an overwhelming experience.
Epsilon Gamma's inaugural Carl the Assistant Greenskeeper golf outing was held in Mount Pleasant on September 8, 1990.
And I think that's when we really got the Alumni Association started. Some other people had tried previously, but I guess I feel that at that time there weren't enough people to really get something going, and that was really the birth of getting a worthwhile Alumni Association started.
Over the course of the next couple years, Epsilon Gamma continued winning awards on campus and renovating the house. During the summer of 1994, under the direction of Alumni Association Chairman Doug Ackerman, a strategic decision was made to hold alumni meetings in southeastern Michigan. Over the next few years, the Alumni Association would focus its effort on publishing a quality newsletter, holding quality events, raising funds to strengthen the organization, as well as start an endowment for scholarships and focus on long-term goals for the Alumni Association.
It lets people keep their Beta experience a long time after they graduate, and that's very, it's a special part of Beta for me.